Hello YouTube, Intuitive Edge. Tonight I would like to look at what is happening with the social media giant Facebook. There's some speculation and some talk. Its stock is taking a hit. We're going to look at what's going on with Facebook in general and get an overview of where it's heading in the future. So with that, I'll set this aside and I'm going to pause the video, shuffle the cards, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I've shuffled up the cards, so now let's cut the deck. So what is happening with Facebook? We're going to look at the past, the present, the future. Okay. So what comes to my mind right away with this, with the Priestess card being on the past, this to me feels like the wisdom and the planning, the strategic initiative that went forward in putting it together, kind of brought it from just an idea into form, and there was a lot behind the scenes that brought Facebook into existence. I get that it was years in the planning, not something that just happened. It was something that was worked on and strategized on for years and finally found a way to bring that into form. Right now, this to me feels like they're undergoing some sort of transformative change, something that feels like it's I feel like some kind of higher involvement with I want to say like Hollywood, or some type of either actors or that it's being run similar to Hollywood. I don't know what the connection is with Hollywood, but it feels like there's either some of the same people, like some people in Hollywood might be pulling the strings with Facebook, or there's something right now with Hollywood trying to gain either a handle on Facebook or influence decision making somehow. It feels like there's people on the inside that are trying to work out inside deals. And this feels very much like the image that they want to portray, that this is all about optics and image and protecting images, protecting optics, and I feel like there's some sort of lead into wanting to either protect Hollywood or protect, and I say Hollywood, it feels like people of influence, people who are, maybe if you said their names, most people wouldn't have name recognition and know them. And I'm not saying I know of a specific person, but what's coming to me just feels like people who have name recognition in society are pulling the strings or wanting to somehow steer or get a hold of Facebook in a way that is favorable to them, to either protect their assets, protect optics, or protect themselves. I don't know if there are negotiations in place to that effect right now, but there feels like there is some sort of working behind the scenes to pull that together. Sorry, that was my cat interrupting. Okay, so but what's coming up for Facebook, with this card present, this feels like there's something that is either being exposed, or there's, like, I don't know, Mark Zuckerberg might be running into some problems coming up. This card reminds me of like a leader that is having issues or problems, or running into some trouble of some kind. So we'll get more information on these as we go. Let's see what else we get. So, so again, back to what's happening with Facebook. So with that building that took many years to kind of bring things into form, we have the Ten of Sky, which is like not dismantling. What's a good word for that? Some sort of completion, or something that's over, something that's but it's not a good or a happy type of ending. It's like something is completed and over, but it's not exactly like a wonderful. I think there's more that cause more trouble or more problems. So, all right, with the Hermit card, so again, this card feels like there is some inner there's some dialogue on the inside, between like insider level stuff, not stuff that normal people would even be privy to, but there's talk on the inside, it feels like, about reworking this social platform, bringing a level of control to it, even more so than it has now. And with this card, I love the imagery of it, because the cat's tail is like curved around the tree, a pomegranate tree, and there's a hole, and it's like there's more. It's like pointing and leading to this. There's more to this story, and it feels like there is insider talk about restructuring Facebook in a way that is protective of people with name recognition. But what lies ahead? Now we have the Sky King reverse, spelling a little bit of trouble for the I guess optics of the hierarchy, which is the face of Facebook is Mark Zuckerberg. I would assume that would mean him. But this card of waiting for something to happen but what you need or want to happen isn't happening. I feel like there's some restructuring that's being talked about. So the card of struggle is on the first line again, which is the past, like how it got built and what came of it. And this feels a little more recent past, but this is the card of struggle or infighting or trying to work out something with competing interests. Then on top of this card, like these higher names wanting to protect themselves and use rebalance Facebook to be more favorable toward their interests. But I don't think that this is ultimately going to be successful, or at least it's not successful right now. I don't think those talks are going to be as productive as hoped or planned. With the World card upside down, this is like success is not there. It's not quite there yet. This feels to me that whoever these stars or these name recognition people approached Facebook, it feels like very like demanding something. They really wanted something in exchange for a piece of control over Facebook. Maybe they feel like, that Facebook has this open platform and people can criticize people openly, and it feels like there's some people that have name recognition that are very sensitive to that, and they don't want themselves exposed, or they don't want that kind of exposure, and they're looking for a way to regain control over at least a portion of Facebook to make it more favorable to them. It doesn't feel like that's going to be successful. And with the trouble brewing with the leadership or the leadership structure of Facebook on the horizon, and this kind of waiting to have something happen but not being productive or not happening, and then we have the Fool card. Like, I think eventually Facebook might go in a new direction or have a restructuring or some type of rebalancing done. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't think it's going to be as favorable to the people right now who are trying to negotiate and pull the strings. But it feels like there are some people who want control of Facebook. It feels like there are people who see the power of the social media and they want very much to clamp down on the perceived freedom of thought and expression and bring it more under control, I guess. So that's a lot to say with this. I don't know what else to say with it. I don't know how successful it'll be, but it does feel like there is on the horizon some sort of shift or change that may take the social media giant in a different direction. Perhaps they will get a new CEO or a new face of Facebook. I don't know whether Mr. Zuckerberg will step down or somebody else will come in. That's possible, that what this could mean, because this card signals like kind of going back to the drawing board and starting new. So, and with the leader card being trouble with the leader, that could be one possibility. The other possibility is that there's just some struggles and some changes that Facebook will need to make on the horizon. That's going to be challenging, but it's going to take the social media giant in a somewhat of a different direction or a new direction, or they may have to make some course corrections or changes of some sort. Okay, all right, that's all I have for this reading. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.